I have a lot of thoughts about this video. One, as
So, hey, Dr. Dre, thank you so much for sharing that. I'm also at a teaching school where teaching evaluations are extremely important, although I will say that, especially when I was on my tenure journey and I know that they were being weighed to evaluate me for full professor or for associate professor promotion, my evaluations were actually triggering because just like you said, I know some of the comments I got were misogynistic, were because I was a woman or was because I was Black. In fact, some people just straight up said it. I didn't even have to guess about it. And so then I was constantly obsessing about, oh my God, people are going to actually read this. So one of the hills that I have started to die on or to talk about at my school is a way to redact any comments that are racist, sexist, xenophobic, etc. Because I don't even think the tenure committee should be able to read those. In fact, I shouldn't have to read them because there is no real learning that's going to happen there. Another thing that we've been discussing at my school is alternative ways to evaluate teaching. Because you can make the speeches, but unfortunately some students, especially once they became electronic instead of handwritten, saw filling out online course evaluations like blogging or ranting on a post on the internet is finding other ways to assess teaching. For example, ask the seniors to go back and evaluate their class they took in their sophomore year, because maybe they don't really understand the value of it until they take the follow-on course that is the prerequisite for. Let them have a little bit of time to become more mature before they evaluate how well their learning was in a class. Other things, peer evaluations, also being evaluated by department heads, department chairs, and other professors. Also, looking at creating a teaching portfolio of some of your innovations and reflections on teaching and things that you did to improve, so that now your student course evaluations are part of a bigger portfolio instead of just that one data point, which may or may not weigh very heavily. Because I think, like you said, the people who normally write comments who are even complete your course evaluations are the people who love you and hate you. So me, I have to actually do incentives to get that 80% in the middle to complete them in order to quiet some of that noise, as well as quiet some of the cheerleaders. So I wanted to just come here and not just add something new, but to really parrot on what you said. It's so important for students to understand that these course evaluations are more than just a moment of time, but they do affect our career. Stay STEM wonderful, stay STEM-tastic, and keep doing the great things that you do.